When I think about what I should say, memories of Jalen begin rolling through my mind. If I did the old school, J is for joyful, because that's just who he was. I am sure he would break his silence and laugh out loud at his Uncle James. So I will spare you the A-Y-L-E-N, except for the L. He has so much love in him. For his mom, Maisha, his dad, Converse, and his sister, Amaya. His sons were his heartbeat. He loved Alexa and their sons, Gabe and Jonathan. He was just a loving young man. I remember when he was maybe 9 or 10 years old, we were at the Frank P. Cockerham family reunion. During the talent hour, he sang Jesus I'll Never Forget. He was an instant mega star to his family. His grandmother, Wanda, and Lee and Mary, his great-grandparents, were all grinning from ear to ear. He played a young lover in one of my stage productions, The Secret Diary of the Treasure Troves. In the part that he played, he got caught with his teenage girlfriend. He had to run and jump out of the window. Again, Jalen stole the show with his acting skills. He made friends with so many people, I dare not even begin to try and mention all of his friends. As he loved others, others loved him back. Though we can't see him wearing his earthly suit that we used to identify him with in the flesh, his spirit still lives. His spirit lives in me and in those who know and love him. Jalen, you are gone from this earthly realm, but you will never be forgotten. For those watching, may love and peace surround all of you who had the opportunity to meet and love Jalen.
I love you, baby boy. You gotta keep your head up and keep pushing, cause you up next. You shining, baby.
Mama ain't ready no hoe. Mama ain't ready no hoe. My mama ain't ready no hoe. Mama ain't ready no hoe. My mama ain't ready no hoe. Bitch! Young ass nigga tryna trap straight out the trenches. Had to get my side right, run up that money and get them digits. Most of y'all niggas be hoes out here, y'all ain't really doing shit, y'all just penny pinch. Most of y'all niggas be hoes out here, y'all ain't really doing shit, go outside over bitches. Bitch! Mama ain't ready no hoe, my mama ain't ready no hoe. She did. Mama ain't ready no hoe, my mama ain't ready no hoe. She bred a hussy. Mama ain't ready no hoe, my mama ain't ready no hoe. Bitch. Mama ain't ready no hoe, my mama ain't ready no hoe. We got us one, got us another one, man. Yeah, man. No, just start that shit from. Are you done with it?
Yeah. You ain't gonna talk no shit at the end?
Nah.
You really got to. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's on, man. Got another banger, man.
As long as you say his name in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, Will.
What you gonna name that, Sean?
Put that bitch in Marl3y.
Marl3y.
Say that bitch is Marl3y. Yeah. Hey, got another banger, man. Y'all better stop playing with this shit, man. Yeah. Yeah. Play that shit from the tinny, Drew.
Name that shit. How to do it.
How to do it.
How to do it.
Well, my boy Drew say go call that shit How to Do It, man. Yeah, man. Y'all better stop playing. He finna play that shit from the top for y'all stinking there, unking this bitch. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He finna play that shit from the top on y'all ass, man. Real killers don't talk, just shoot my nigga. 4 shooters in the motherfucking coop. I'm finna drop that shit, Tito. He finna drop it, just chill. He finna drop it right now. We getting that shit. Oh, there you go. Turn that shit off for him. Jamal.
I engineered this shit with a broke hand, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's on the beat, bro.
Real killers on charge, just shoot my nigga. 4 shooters in the motherfucking coop. We'll ride around, sir, we'll get to the money. We just try and get some motherfucking loot. Real killers on charge, just shoot my nigga. 4 shooters in the motherfucking coop. We'll ride around, sir, we just get to the money. We just try and get some motherfucking loot. Show the young nigga how to do it. 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 Real killers don't talk, just shoot my nigga. 4 shooters in the motherfucking coop. We'll ride around, sir, we'll get to the money. We just try and get some motherfucking loot. My dogs don't talk, just hit a close range. 2 guns up, Jigg, Marl3y, Max Payne. I'ma hit her from the back, I'ma bring that pain. Yeah, we really so dope, yeah, we really so gang. Shout out to the shooters and the shooters on it. Young nigga walk around with a lot of guap. Young big B screaming says money murder. Bandana around my head like I'm Tupac. I'm with the robbers and I got the Glock. You gotta trap hard when you trap on my block. You get couple diamonds, these bitches gon' flop. I jumped in the game, now they want me to stop. I'ma turn up, I'ma get me a million. Get mama new house in the car with no ceiling. Me hate when they see Jigg, Marl3y, and Billy. This for the folks that say I went get it. Real killers on charge, just shoot my nigga. 4 shooters in the motherfucking coop. We'll ride around, sir, we'll get to the money. We just try and get some motherfucking loot. Real killers don't talk, just shoot my nigga. 4 shooters in the motherfucking coop. We'll ride around, sir, we just get to the money. We just try and get some motherfucking loot.
It's safe to say that a lot happened in 1995. The San Francisco 49ers won the Super Bowl. O.J. Simpson's murder trial began. The first ever Million Man March was held. And on August 17, 1995, in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Jalen Siobhan Cockerham was born to Maisha Cockerham and Converse Thomas.
I'll never forget, honey. Because I just knew I was going to have me a baby. And they sent me home twice. They sent me home 2 times.
What, that day?
Yes, I started hurting on August the 15th. My cousin was with me and she was like, come on, we're gonna go walking. I was like, Lord, I'm gonna pay so much pain. And oh my God, like I am now. But we walked, she took me to the mall, we walked around. I was like, okay, I can't do it no more. Went to the hospital. They like, you have to be dilated a certain centimeters.
Yeah, exactly.
So they like, no, you just, maybe you walk around. And I walked around, came back, still wasn't there. But I'm in pain. I'm talking about, Lord Jesus, that's why I only got 2 kids. So we end up, now in this meantime, it's turning to the 16th. 16th come, they send me home again. I was like, I'm not going back to the hospital. I'm just going to have this baby here because I'm not going back. They're going to keep sending me home. But that last time I couldn't take it no more. I finally went and they admitted me. And it was the 6th, and I went probably about close to midnight. Me and my cousin and my grandma. And my grandma used to always say, Lord, I hope he don't got them little liver lips. She used to say little liver lips all the time. I don't know what them is. She said he gonna have them little liver lips. But we got there. They ended up. I was like, okay, can I get an epidural? This was the weird part. So they gave me an epidural, and instead of it going down and numbing me from the chest down, it numbed me backwards. So I almost coded. So I had to, they had to like flush my system because I'm allergic to the epidural medicine.
Yeah.
And so I almost and my grandma used to tell me that death passed over you 7 times when you give birth. Okay, so long story short, epidural fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be doing all this cursing too. But the epidural messed me up. And so I ended up having to have pretty much natural childbirth.
Wow.
And then I couldn't have been, I was lightweight dead. So I'm telling you, Jalen, from the rooter to the tutor, honey. By the time he was done with me, I had about 35 stitches inside out. And a big 8-pound, 6-ounce baby.
Woo.
I'm talking about a chunky baby. Like, he was the biggest baby. And they was like, who in there? I mean, all baby.
Damn.
But when he came out, it was just like, I can literally remember.
You gonna put something in there?
Like, just the smell of him and
we'll put something in
like just looking at him in the face, and he just staring up at me. He didn't really cry like that. He cried for a little bit.
Okay.
When we met eyes, it's like he stopped crying and he just.
You phone messed up.
And here go my grandma. I told you he's gonna have them little lips.
Yeah, you gotta talk loud.
She did show. She showed me he looked just like them people. And I said, oh man, I got love. Everybody thought he was a Mexican baby.
Yeah.
Because he had all his head full of straight pretty hair. these fat puffy cheeks, and it's crazy because him and Gabe look just alike when they were born. But it's that's how I knew. I was like, yeah, that's my grandbaby right there. He looked just like Gabe. He looked just like Jalen's child.
Well, of course, you already know, Jigg Marl's my oldest boy out of 7. It's my oldest, I had him when I was a baby,
Oh, okay.
I was 16, going on 17. And my man, he was the first, and he came up under me and Maisha. We raised him well. Actually, people don't know Jalen was raised good, man. Despite of what what's going on, he had good both sides. His grandma, his granddaddy, Maisha, them on that side, and then he had the same on my side. Very talented young man. I raised him. I did everything I could for him. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard, being that not in the same household. It's hard to raise a child in a different household from outside. But we did the best we could, and he was raised well, man. We graduated on time. He had a love for football. He loved football. He loved all sports, but football was his passion. Very smart. Unique young man. Man, he was a king. And he always talked about going to Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying? He was passionate about staying home and going to Wake Forest, and and I tried to push him in doing that because he was smart. I was like, well, what you want to take up? You're going to Wake Forest. That's kind of like prestigious. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he was like, well, Daddy, I want to do like a sports analyst, like a Stuart Scott type thing. And he was good because he knew all the football players from college to the NFL.
High school.
High school. And he was just like passionate about it, and he was smart at it. And some guys I didn't even know. I'm like, dang, how you know that? And he had such a young age, like 5th grade,
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it was really unique, and I just tried to push him to be better, just to be the best him, And just unfortunately, things happen. Life isn't promised, so it's a hard pill to swallow.
Exactly.
But but on the flip side, man, dude was good, man. He was a great guy. As this child grows up, he's going to have a spirit. We have a spirit. And the Bible tells us that we was all born in sin.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and how you raise this child. That's what you see out here on this street.
All right.
We thank the Lord for this child.
Yes, sir.
Growing up as a young boy, Jalen was always full of life. So much fun to be around. Whether y'all was fighting, laughing, or having a good time, Jalen was the life of the party. He loved sports all of his life. He was an avid Indianapolis Colts fan. No matter what, Jalen will always be remembered for his smile and his laughter.
It's funny because on my mom's side, it's all girls. You know what I mean? So it got to the point where I just got tired of being over there all the time. So probably from the time I was 9, 10, I was just always at my Aunt Earlene's house, which is Jalen's grandma. So me, him, Scotty, Philip, and my little cousin Caress, every weekend we were just always over there kicking. Either getting cussed out because we were making too much noise or fighting and trying not to get in trouble or trying not to make Converse mad so he won't come in there and body slam us or some shit like that. But we just grew up together, and like I said, that just is what it is.
So what you feel like y'all favorite thing to do together was?
Roast each other. Like,
Everybody be saying that.
Yeah, just roast each other.
He could definitely roast you now.
But it's funny because we used to like really just do some stupid shit as kids. Like, for real, like I remember we used to play this dumbass game. We would take these long ass socks and put like another sock in it, so it's like a ball at the end. And we would just turn all the lights off and go in there and just be swinging them at each other and beating the shit out of each other. I kid you not. Like, why? I have
just
no
because.
idea. But we were just, kids having fun, and it got to the point where we was really like, we had to be careful sometimes because, of course, Jalen younger than me. I think Jalen 4 years younger than me. So, you can't be too aggressive with him at that time because, like I said, you got to worry about big cuz, you gotta worry about his mama coming in and all that stuff. Yeah. Back then we didn't really want the problems, but you know, it was all that fun.
You know, like most brothers and sisters growing up, they don't get along. Did you and Jigg get along when y'all was growing up?
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? We was peachy and pie because we wasn't that most of the time. You know? We definitely used to clash all the time because we were very, very two strong signs. He was a Leo and I'm a Libra, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, it was always like a big bro, little sis thing. And I always tried to, you know what I'm saying? Match his steel, but he always would show me like big bro, like you know, it's not that at all. But like, now I remember times when we was just kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would be playing. I never would play like, I never had like regular play moments that like girls would do, like tea parties or like hopscotch jump rope. You know what I'm saying? Playing with dolls, like that was never my era. Like I was outside playing in the creek. You know, getting dirty, messing up all my good shoes because I'm running plays, playing football with him. He teaching me pigs.
Tom Girlish.
You know what I'm saying? All day. You know what I'm saying? I never got into nails and makeup. And, you know, the girly thing until I was literally in high school. Like, I've been a tomboy my whole life because of literally, like, you can't get over on me because of him. You gave me all the game and then some. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Growing up, man.
Oh, okay.
He was that irking big brother, but he was like that big brother you could ever ask. Like any.
What's going on is the Wolf, but as Ish and Jalen and Maya would know me as Naeem, you know what I mean? I knew them for quite some time, over 15 years, you know what I mean, since I was a little boy, and they had just moved to Philly, you know what I'm saying, for that time when Jalen was staying in Philly. You know what I mean? And from the day I met them, they were just family. It was just love. I had met them through what I already considered to be family, which was my neighbors. They moved on my block, you know what I mean? That's each father, you know, Jalen grandpop, and his aunts, Nina and Nikki, you know what I'm saying? But from the day I met Jalen, you know what I'm saying, there was something about him that we just connected, you know what I mean? We instantly gravitated to each other. We had similar interests in like sports, things like that. And he was just an all-around good kid, you know what I mean? Full of energy, full of life, full of love. He loved telling you where he was from. You know what I mean? From the day I met him, I said, where you from? He had an accent. I said, I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You know what I mean? He was about 10, 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? I said, all right, well, welcome to Philly. You know what I mean? And we lived on a block. We played together every day. We played football. We played manhunt. I came in their house to play NBA Live. We didn't watch NBA series together. I remember that year Dallas Mavericks had beat Miami Heat, and each of them was Mavericks fans. You know what I mean? So that was something that, you know what I mean, I remember vividly. But Jalen, I looked at him like a little cousin. I used to take him around to the park and the playground with me. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody it's my cousin from North Carolina. He was the most talented football player I had ever seen at that age. You know what I mean? He was fast, he had a nice size, and he had heart. He was little, but he had heart. He didn't take nothing from nobody, you know what I mean? And the only person he'll listen to in the neighborhood was me. They used to be like, he went to Logan Elementary for a little bit. Now, your cousin around there drooling, man, he doing this and he doing that. But one thing I say about him, man, he was full of love, good energy. And they had energy that I had never experienced before, being from Philly my whole life. They brought that down south energy, that hospitality, that love. They welcomed me into their house, you know what I mean, with open arms. They let me do whatever I pretty much wanted. And, you know, it was just always family. And still to this day, they've been nothing but supportive. Even when he went back to Carolina, started to do his music thing, he still was supportive. We still tapped in here and there. And I really got genuine love for the family, and I really loved him like family from the day I met him, you know what I mean? And it just, he truly is a legend, you know what I mean? Like the imprint he left on me, the impact he left on the world, the amount of people he was able to touch, you know what I mean? It was different, you know what I mean? Long live Jigg Marl3y, long live Jalen, you know what I mean? I love you forever.
I hate he didn't play football because he was so good at it.
He was wrong.
What
did he play? What position?
He played running back.
Running back. High school, he played what?
Corner.
He played corner in high school.
So tough on me when I played corner running back.
He wanted to see you do good because he was really good at football. I really hate that. I guess that's when he, like I say, he was transitioning.
That's when he
was going from Jalen to Jigg. And Jalen was no dummy. Jalen was smart. Jalen this guy, he just, you know, when guys that grow up, they go that bitch off their own way.
Exactly.
You know, you can raise your children how you want them to be raised, because he definitely had a mother and a father in his life, you know what I mean? But he transitioned. He went from Jalen to Jigg. He was always Jalen to me, you know what I'm saying? And I was still always Jigg, #1 fan. But you know, it was just, he still was charted transition.
Our Carolina blue on a new coupe. They say we wouldn't make it, guess we showed ya. NC, yeah, they root us out. We kept hustling, yeah, without a doubt. Now it's new whips, nigga, new cribs. Through my grandma 50K, yeah, she proud of him. Who would've ever thought we live like this? Out here on this NC shit. From a city where they die young.
You know, Bo. I met Jalen. I met Jalen when I was little. When we started tapping when I was little. Straight like that.
I know Jalen from part one though. Like we played with Cockerham together. You know what I'm saying? His, Converse, bring him over. We spend the night a little bit. I just know Jalen. I met Jigg here past years, you know what I'm saying?
I met Jigg, young nigga world. That video shoot right there.
Ah, right here, bitch, right on the goddamn bridge.
I met Jalen in the transformation of Jigg. I think I was at a cafe party. I went to school with his uncle, Scotty. I was at a cafe party. He just walked up to me like, hey, ain't you Tino? Yeah, you go to school with my uncle Scotty. And then from there we just hit off.
Yeah, that's basically how I met Jalen, through Scotty. Really? That's exactly how I met him. He started coming around calling us his uncles. We like, shit, ever since he was little, when he was little. I watched him go from Jalen to Jigg. Like, I watched the transformation.
Really shit.
I met Jalen on Patrick. I met Jalen on Patrick. That's when he turned into Jigg.
Really, though, word up, though. Like, me and Scotty was like freshman year in college. I don't even with whip and shit, so every day, you know what I'm saying, we going to class, leaving class, he got to pick up Jalen and shit, you know what I'm saying, he thugging with us on Patrick and shit till whenever.
To the day my dog hit the dirt, he was thugging on Patrick. For real, dog.
Oh God.
For real. Salute my nigga, bro. For real.
I'm sad, man. That's my boy.
That's where y'all meet at?
In the garden.
In the gardens?
Yeah, garden.
Gotcha.
Get over here. I'm talking about before he was slow.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Whatever you big dog.
Flock got down. I've been knowing Cuddy since the 3rd grade.
Oh, okay. So it go way back.
Way back.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about niggas still crybabies.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We grew up, bro. Like, that was my dog, you feel me? That was my dog, you feel me? So, but I can't say that was one real ass dude, bro.
Gotcha.
Real ass dude. Got down from the south to the north. Yeah, always.
Y'all get a chance to get doing the music together? Y'all do music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did a song together.
Okay, gotcha.
Lone Wolf.
Okay.
It's on YouTube right now.
Gotcha. I'm gonna check that out then. Okay. That's what's up.
We ain't get the
like to shoot the video and stuff like that.
Nah, we shot the video.
Okay. Yeah, long. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I seen that. Okay.
We just ain't get to do more.
Do more, yeah. Okay.
They gonna know his music though.
Exactly.
Share his name.
For sure.
Exactly.
This shit really pop around, man.
Got you. I know we doing a little segment at the end of the documentary, man, for his kids. You know what I'm saying? They might hear stuff, but they can't relate to it just yet. So when they get older, you know what I'm saying, we asking everybody to say a couple of words like, what would Jigg want them to know? You know what I'm saying? If he was here, you know what I'm saying, about life and, what, y'all took from Jigg, you know what I'm saying, to relate back to them.
So, basically, I know my boy, I want everybody to stay down, man. I know he's telling me, like, man, get your money up, bro.
Yeah, got you.
Like I know he'll be glad to see where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Got you.
My boy is always motivational.
Okay.
He gonna talk that shit to you, whether you're in the right or the wrong.
Yeah. Got you.
So, yeah, just want everybody to stay solid, man.
Got you. Anything you got, man, to relate to the kids?
My boy was not with that punk stuff. He didn't play that punk stuff. He on you. I'm talking about he'll get on you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Boy got down, really got down about his paper.
Exactly.
He loved his family, his kids. That was his main priority out here, was his kids. You feel me? He loved them kids to death. You feel me?
Got you.
Make sure they straight. That's a fact.
Bet. That's what's up. Yo, man. Got anything, man? Let them who you is, man.
You know, Haitian rich. How the streets know me.
Okay.
Man, that's how Jigg know me.
Okay.
Man, why you wanna fight me so bad, like?
Cause I like it.
Whole time.
Yeah.
I ain't knew Jigg like as long as these boys knew Jigg.
Yeah.
When I met him, like we just
Click.
clicked.
Yeah.
Got
My street brother.
Gotcha. Did y'all get a chance doing the music together?
We got a lot of songs on my computer together.
Okay. Gotcha. If like I was telling Neil, I said we got a segment at the end. You know, as kids really can't relate to everything right now. They're young, but just want some words to later in when they get older and they look at this documentary. So you know what I'm saying, what would Jigg want them to, you know, to follow, or you know what I'm saying?
In real life, bro, y'all daddy love y'all. Above everything else, like the boy took pride in being a father. Like.
Gotcha.
How can I put it? He was a fun person, bro. Like he was fun to be around. But goddamn, if a nigga try him, he gonna whoop their ass. He was just fun to be around. That nigga was funny. He was like the life of the party, bro. He really like. I used to be on the stage like nervous, but when that nigga was signing, that nigga just turned me up just off his energy. We always saying like that vibe when it came to the music shit.
Started Brick Squad, nigga, when I was 12 years old, though. Mass dude, so crazy, though. Nah, I can't say that on camera, though. But, like, real shit. It was numbers, though. Numbers, though, like 1,200 niggas type shit, though. And I had niggas accounted for, though. Feel me, at 12 years old, that's mass manipulation.
That nigga really was a peacemaker. He was really
I am
peace,
now, bro. Yeah, on gang, though. He really was. He had a bigger vision, though. It's like he seen the bigger picture.
Around him.
Like he had that tuna vision for real though. Him and 1K, free 1K. Like they got that shit. Like that's the only reason I gravitated towards them more. Like even when we older type shit. It's cause like I see it and they strive taking initiative forward to everything that they really want in life. Like period. Like you feel me? It's just like that's type energy we around though. You feel me? And that's just type nigga he was though. Period.
Y'all mentioned Miss 1K. Who was he to y'all?
That's my fucking cousin, nigga. That's my blood cousin. Me and both our daddies. My daddy, his daddy brother. My blood, nigga.
He one man like,
my
you know
first
what, fuck,
cousin.
I'm gonna take that shit serious. You feel me? Like I've been like freestyling
hell and
shit.
back.
Like I don't take that shit serious at all though. But like Jigg and 1K made me want to take that shit serious though. Like him triggering them, they really dragged me in the booth and made me drop lit type
when you
shit.
drop that lit,
they made me drop it. Like I'm bullshit on the block. They come drop this shit. Playing like they really
pressed his ass about that shit.
Like that shit,
Yeah, man, y'all already know, man. Listen, man. Grammy Gang ENT, man. We motherfucking way too wavy to take over. We started moving 330 runners. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of 3 shit. Free all the guys. Free Tato, free 1K, free Stokes, free Steve, free Dutch, free Takeoff, free Ratchet, free Smooth.
Hold on, nigga.
Free Old Dog. Yeah, you
free Big Mike. Got it.
On Lil Marl3y, nigga, and motherfucking bands we trust, nigga. Feel me?
On Lil Ben.
On Lil Freddy, nigga. Word up.
People keep asking me what's a 30 run.
30 run, it's the 30.
30 runner. This shit really not in. It ain't. It's a game. I wouldn't even say it's a game though.
Niggas, it's
this
a
shit
block.
a brother. Family.
It's a block. You ain't gonna say that though.
We in this shit deep.
That shit a block. That's like the 30th, bro. You feel me? Ever since I met them, nigga, that just been yelling.
It really came from
30 run. They just been yelling 30.
30
You know
Street.
what I'm talking about? They been yelling 30.
30.
It's just like they added that on later type shit.
Yeah, put a little sauce on that motherfucker.
What's that? What, the 300?
Yeah, I'm 300
300, yeah, that's them.
That's
Yeah.
us, you feel me? 300 got it, you feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? It used to be, most of my bros switched on the Brick Squad. They ain't
Yeah,
nothing
they
no
used
more.
to be Brick
Police
Squad.
still harassing about that shit. That ain't nothing no more. You know?
Yeah.
This shit got it, 330 run. Most of this shit just rap shit. No,
Yeah,
It's all rap
illegal
shit.
for the rap, man.
whatsoever.
It's
We
all
just,
rap
you
shit.
feel me? We pushing it straight, positive
all
energy.
rap,
feel
man.
me? Yeah, that part.
Me and Jigg did meet a couple times. And me and Jigg was cool. I met him at the Ritz on Beechwood. My God, but he just came up to me real genuine, and he wanted to support it in the video, and of course I was all for it. And
it went like that every time we met. And it was just super genuine every time we met. And that's just crazy. You see my boy going, it's hard to talk about that, but especially in the positive way, no, he ain't here, but I don't know, man. I just know meeting Jigg was, that was crazy. I don't know, I think when you meet people you know special, it's just something you know.
It's a different,
you know what I'm saying?
remember it.
And I ain't know him. I ain't never heard his name before. I'm gonna tell you, I don't even want to bring up nothing bad, but I'm gonna tell you the first time I heard him was the thing that happened at the Packers field with the gun or whatever.
Yeah.
That was my first time hearing his name. But even when I met him in person, I didn't even know he was that dude that the thing happened with at the Packers field. But then when I met him, it was just like, nah, whatever story they had to be. You know what I'm saying? It had to be. It had to be. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? That dude was too genuine. You know what I'm saying? It was too genuine. But yeah.
And so, I know a lot of people use genuine a lot when they describe Jigg. What other words do you feel like would describe him? Like just what you gather.
Nah. I think the word to describe Jigg is something that I use for me. It's like one of my mantras too, but it's like pure. He gonna tell you what he feel, what's on his heart at all times. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He ain't gonna not say it because of who he feel here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was it. I think Jigg was pure. You know, and that's one of the things I stand on. Just being pure.
Send me a request in this live, little shooter. Send me a request, little shooter. Send me a request to get on this live. Oh, my phone want to be on here anyway. Oh, no. Send me a request, little shooter.
Don't tag me in that shit. My name popped up. What the
little
fuck?
shooter. Let me add little shooter.
Yeah, add little shooter because she popping her shit.
She popping her shit.
God damn.
Little shooter, though. Little shooter wants to be in your video
yeah,
anyway.
Little shooter. She got pussy. Cut your ass out. Hold on, wait. You just went.
What? Tell him to come to the camera. What? Tell him to come to the camera.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, she look like a goddamn avatar. What the fuck?
See what the fuck I'm saying? He light skinned. I can't talk to him.
What the fuck? Hey, little shooter. Hey, little shooter, you got chill out, little shooter, because you ain't nothing.
Hey, shooter, you got chill out. What the fuck?
Girl, you like the goddamn
Guest of Hope Dealers Outreach, community activist, motivational speaker, Jigg's cousin.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna ask how do you know Jigg, but we already know how you know him. So what was y'all relationship like coming up?
It was coming up. The crazy part about it, before we found out we was cousins, Jigg didn't like me. You know, Jigg didn't like me. Yeah, he didn't like me. You know, he actually called me out on Facebook one time, and he said I gave him weird vibes. And then one day I was working with Ralph, his uncle, my cousin, my big cousin Ralph. We was working together at Bojangles, and when we was walking out of a store together, my cousin saw both of us, and she was like, y'all don't even know y'all cousins, do you? I'm like, what? She said, y'all blood cousins on my grandma. So I said, oh wow. She said, Jigg, your cousin, all that. So when we found out we was cousins, when Jigg found out we was cousins, he instantly hit me up and apologized about how he treated me or what the vibes we had. And ever since then, we just been cool, and he helped me a lot in the community. Many people don't know Jigg through bread. He wasn't on the scene, but he hit me up like, hey, cuz I got some bread for you to do what you do in the community. Him and Reese, both of them made sure, him and Reese and Will, made sure that they gave me money to make sure I do whatever in the community. So that's really how our relationship went. We always talk. I hit him up and talk to him. You know, he'll pull up on me. We'll sing gospel together, be playing around. That was my man's, man. Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay.
So if you could describe Jigg in like a couple of words, what words would you use to describe him?
I say Jigg was very vibrant. He was a very vibrant person, and another word I would describe him as a leader. He was a leader in a whole bunch of ways. A lot of people from every side of town, I don't care what side of town you're from, where you from, even people from Burlington, North Carolina that know Jigg, he was a leader. He led people the right way. He led people where they wanted to go. He was there for a lot of people in this community. And if I could describe him in one word, it would be leader. You know, he was a leader that we needed in this community. Definitely so.
Everybody definitely knew who Jalen was. He just had that kind of personality. But the man behind the music, that was Jigg Marl3y. And once he realized that he really had it, he really had what it took to make it in the music business, he became dedicated, focused, devoted. Every day he was working on something new to push his career to the next level. Because he was destined to make it out of where he came from, the north side of Detroit.
Pull up, he'll have an instrumental. Like, y'all gotta check this out. I gotta hit real quick. He'll drop that shit. We were like, oh God, where y'all gonna drop that? Go to that lay it down. Like,
did he write or it was off the top or?
Off the top, he never wrote. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But see, when I was
crazy.
He always called himself the King Hook.
Yeah, he definitely
the Hook King.
The Hook King.
He definitely could write.
He always called himself
But see, when I was coming up in my younger days, that's what I did. I was in me and his dad. His dad was in Trey Game. Trey Game was
I remember. Yep.
You know, back when they was little.
I stop this beat, I roll this beat, I ride this beat. When I talk, you better not speak. When I talk, you better not speak. On the streets, I gotta eat. It's cold in the streets, I got that heat. Thank the Lord for blessing me. Thank the Lord for blessing me.
But and then I did a lot of stuff. I was signed to now Militant with Big Nom and all them before they turned into what they are now, Rock City.
Rock City, yeah.
Yeah, I was in a magazine, everything. Like I really did music, but it was you was young. But we was in magazines all that, and I really would have loved to have pursued it, more. But in reality, I had 2 kids. I had to provide for.
Got you.
So it was I worked third shift. It was conflicting with traveling and going with them. So I had to let it go, and they let me go freely because it was my family. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, we understand, we got you, but when we need you, you know what I'm saying? So I literally got the title Miss Trey Ford, like back in the day, because when I tell you I was on everybody hooks, like anybody that did music, I was on the hook or I was present or doing something. So that was my dream, but I had to live my reality. And that's what made me so proud too, that both my kids in music. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I surround myself around vocal people because that really would have been what I would have loved to have done. But I'm living that through them. And it's not forced. They wanted, and that was the good thing about it, and I really enjoyed it. So it was like every time he goes to the studio or send me something, I'd be so hyped, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is my baby, you know what I mean? And I'm so thankful for that. Like I say, he was unconsciously preparing himself because look at how much voice we have of him. Look at how much footage we have of him. And people used to always pick on me. You always taking pictures. You always taking videos. Look who you got to come to now. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get it, because that's all we have left. You can have a moment, but when you capture it, it's forever.
When he got into the music, did he ever come to you before he got it like that, I want to do music, or you found out through the grapevine, my son doing music?
No, actually, like I said, I was young coming up, and we always had Jalen. I was in the studio all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like in and out, like rapping and doing my thing. Before Trey Game, I was do stuff, and then with Trey Game, and he was witness to all that. I mean, he's seen all that, the whole transition. So pretty much Jalen is, he got a lot of it from Pops. You know what I'm saying? I remember he done his first song, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been there the whole time.
First song.
How'd you feel when you heard his first song?
Yeah.
When I heard his first song, I said, well, you got it. Well, you got it. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, play it.
I used to be like, well, you got it. You got it. And then as he kept going on, boy, you better than me. You better than me.
That's something right there.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but hey, when you got it, you got it.
Exactly.
And I ain't saying that because he's my son, because I like local talent, And then when we was out there rapping and stuff, everybody was doing their thing, like us. It was like DDE. It was
Cold Red.
It was a lot of people that been out before us and that we followed and looked at and emulated to them. Because rapping is not a bad thing, but what comes with it, the ups and the downs, and the outs, But when that Joker was rapping, and I seen it, and you already know the nigga dance.
Yeah.
I think he got that from me too. He got that from me too. But yeah, dude definitely had it. And I used to tell him that, not just because he's my son, but boy, look at here. You're the hottest thing in Winston. That was hands down. That's how I felt. I listened to everybody. Yeah, because you got the total package. You can dance, you can do this, you can do that, and you can harmonize with your rap a little bit.
Man,
you know?
crazy.
And he had the charisma.
Yeah.
Everywhere he went.
Crazy.
I've never seen anyone, everywhere we went, you know everybody.
Yeah.
And people drawn to your music. They heard your music. We out, people quoting your lyrics and stuff.
Dude, I find myself quoting his music, you know, the good music. That's another thing, you know. I like all the music, don't get it twisted. But some of the way he passed away, I don't like that music.
Yeah.
The shoot 'em up bang bang music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a slap in the face, you know, considering how how he passed away. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, he's one of the guys that was really like no cap in his rap. You get what I'm saying?
That is very true.
No cap in his rap. None. You know what I'm saying?
Zero.
Everything he talked about is just basically how he was living, and sometimes that could, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but all the good music. My favorite song, one of my favorite songs on the is
the Marl3y joint.
The Marl3y joint is it's definitely I got at least 4. The whole CD banger.
Crazy.
The whole CD
Crazy.
is a banger. But definitely 6 Cents.
Yeah.
I love Salvation. You know what I'm saying? Salvation. Of course. Facts.
Yeah.
What's the other one when you be I'm gonna go get me some money.
Racks now.
Racks now. Racks now. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Them songs is like, yo, I'm just looking like nigga.
I'ma go get me some money, I'ma go get me some racks now. I'ma go stack up some honeys, 50s and 20s, no cap now. Whatever you do, don't travel too far, don't go out your mind, don't go out your way. These people play closely, tryna be nuts, so watch all your friends, your people be snakes. I'ma go get me some money, I'ma go get me some racks now. I'ma go stack up some honeys, 50s and 20s, no cap now. Whatever you do, don't travel too far, don't go out your mind, don't go out your way. These people play closely, tryna be nuts, watch all your friends, your people be snakes. Started off with a house.
Man, the status said everybody pull up on Ivy. I need 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, all the bitches, everybody pull up. We was lit out here, goddamn 4-wheelers pulled up, driving through. I still got the video. I had my boy Chris Gunn AR goddamn posted up in the front right here.
What up, G's? Got tears on your motherfucker. Y'all don't know what Rock that back here, man. Dog, for real. Yo.
Feel like 9 while I'm serving through the city. Waiting for a nigga try to rob me. Drinking 448 while the thick bitch with me. And that bitch going off the molly. Got niggas still shooters all around me. Nigga motherfuckers don't want no damn problem. Drippin' sauce like my name, motherfuckers drinking shit just like I play soccer. It's a young nigga word that we turned up. Drinking 448, most of niggas need to catch up. Young nigga word that we turned up. We stayed down so long, the good Lord had to bless us. Young nigga word that we turned up. It's a young nigga word that we turned up. It's a young nigga word that we turned up. It's a young nigga word that we turned up.
Yeah, first part of the video, young nigga.
Make sure y'all go get that shit from over here. Young nigga word. Shout out for this game team too. Goddamn showing love.
When did you? I know a lot of people talked about like as he was growing up, and then once he transitioned into that Jigg Marl3y. But when did you really realize that his music was he was actually talented? Because you know, a lot of times we grow up and everybody think they can rap, you know. But when did you actually realize that he had that gift?
Before he started rapping, like for real, like if you look at especially that side of our family, like before he was rapping, it was me. Scotty was, you know, playing the keys and could play the guitar and could play the drums. Jalen was singing at church. You know what I mean? All of us was in choirs and all kind of shit like that. His dad was rapping. This was back when, what was it, Rubber Band Knees or whatever?
Trey Game.
Yeah, Trey Game and B. Kane and all that. His mama can sing her ass off. His grandparents can sing and, you know, playing the keys. So music ain't never been like a question. It was just, do you really want to do this or is this going to be a hobby? And I think when he said, you know what, I'm better than a lot of these dudes, let me go ahead and just really like go all out. And when he fell in love with it, now you get all the records and all the features or whatever, like that's when you really start seeing the transition into like, okay, I'm an artist now compared to me just being one of the homies that goes to the studio, one of my homies, and they say, hey bro, you should get in there and make a record. Nah, he actually started taking it serious, and I think that's really the only difference.
I like to get it, I like to roll, smoking, drinking, nigga, now that I know I'm living my life and then now that I'm low, I kept with a letter, so now I'm getting bold. Mama, she told me a story, so told, fuck around me, nigga, now that I go. I don't really care, man, I gotta take it slow. Why you say the trap now, nigga, I'ma let you go. Why the green light really mean go? And the yellow light really mean slow. Yeah. And the red light beam mean no. Smoking that, drinking that life I make show. These niggas they talk, but I tell me a story. These people they talk, but I'm living my life. Try to get lucky and I'm rolling the dice and I go to the refrigerator when I want ice with the tongue trap. Man, my niggas, man, they lost their life on some bullshit, man, with a full clip. All these niggas on the hating that shit, and I don't like it why you say that, man, they'll be on the bullshit. At the same time, nigga being real, cause a nigga living life like Jack on the hill. Thinking I was playing like a nigga said song, cause life like cup, put it down, shit spill, what you do? RP all my niggas, RP all my soldiers, yeah, RP all my niggas, RP all my soldiers, cause the life that I live, man, this shit taking over. 2020, nigga, man, this shit got plenty. Thinking I was playing, I don't care about my lifestyle, nigga, straighten up. Why you say that? I got plenty, what you doing, trap?
Yeah.
I got a life and I gotta live. Huh? Life like cup, put it down, the shit gon' spill.
Hey, 2 got 917 through the city. Wait for a bitch try to rob me. With a 448, one big bitch with me. And I can get out the mind. Got never seen shooters all around me.
Starting up his like little rapping and stuff, he started that when he was like 17, 18. And one day he had just like asked me to record him on my iPhone. When we was up at Philly at my pop-up house, he had came up there to visit. That's when me and my mom had first moved up there. And he was just rapping a little freestyle on Facebook. But that's when I had first, realized that he could rap. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that he could make music because Jalen was always like the silly guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was always like the joker. You know what I'm saying? And I always kind of thought he was football, but that he was always really, really, really good at football.
Yeah.
The music thing was something that he kind of stepped off with that was like a word, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know you know what I'm saying, could do that. But like, music has always really been around both of us growing up as kids. Like, our whole family has some type of genre-based music from jazz to pop to hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? R&B, all of that. Gospel, you know what I'm saying? We've always been around different areas of music. So it wasn't too much of a surprise that he did start rapping, but it was like, I didn't know you had that. You know, kind of shocking. But him being my brother and actually being good and, you know what I'm saying, singing along to his songs.
Gotcha.
It's like, it's good when it's your little sister saying you good, but when it's others, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I don't know.
He does, boy. He got some kill, boy. Why? My son of the A. Why? Like, hey, look.
I say money, got a lot of money. Waiting so long, trying to trap across the country. 20s, 50s, 100s, lot of snow bunnies. We was breaking bricks down, trying to serve them junkies. That's my shooter, that's my shooter, that's my shooter, that's my shooter, that's my motherfucking shooter. That's my dog, that's my motherfucking shooter. There's some problems, Billy, boy, see your medulla. What they cook on like the ruler. Hey, cook for the ruler. Hey, that's my shooter, 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 that's my motherfucking shooter. That's my shooter, that's my shooter, that's my shooter, that's my shooter, that's my dog, that's my motherfucking shooter. We don't shoot free throws, we don't shoot far. Undercut leak off, fuck with the bitch. Best get T-Bows, come to T-Bows. Fuck around, get shot. On my block, nigga fuck the cops, nigga fuck the odds. Ain't looking at me lonely, shut up, rap be homie. Yeah, all my police, never alone. We see this bitch gon' make that trip. They ain't talking about shit. Hold on,
that my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my dog, that my motherfucking shooter. That my dog, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my dog, that my motherfucking shooter. What you say?
Thunder runners will come and get you.
Yeah, let the fans in the press with you.
All the thunder we was laying with you.
Yeah.
All the thunder we was playing with you. All the thunder we was playing with you.
Yeah, I'ma let the niggas know. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if playing with you. I'ma let the niggas know. Cook that pie. I don't give a fuck about the shit y'all talk.
Young niggas getting big racks.
Young niggas really soft. Hey,
wanna see him in the top.
I bait them.
Let them love till they lost.
Yeah.
Let them get in the blood, do a shit. No, they don't call.
That's my motherfucking shooter.
That's a problem.
Then he bustin' your medulla. But the clip look like a ruler.
On the ammo, extra clip for the room.
Yeah, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my dog, that my motherfucking shooter. Yeah. That my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my shooter, that my dog, that my motherfucking shooter. Talk that shit, old dog. Yeah.
30 run, nigga.
Yeah.
Them robbers, nigga.
Yeah.
Mask off, you know the fuck got him, nigga.
Yeah.
Game, nigga. 30. What he say?
Yeah.
Shit, I be like.
Yeah. That my shooter, 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 that my dog, that my motherfucking shooter. Fuck this, fuck y'all talking about, huh? We drop hits at the hit. Yeah. Oh, yo, the straps and the.
About his music career. And his music career is slightly what edged my seriousness in my music career.
Your music.
It's like in the whole midst of that time, that period of time when that situation had happened, I was only supposed to be down here for a little vacation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was supposed to be down here for like a week. I had just came up with the idea. I haven't visited down here a little bit, and I was just like, let me just come home for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to come down here, chill with my family for a little bit.
Okay.
And I was supposed to go home the day before that. I was supposed to go home, but I had chalked my flight because I was like, you know what I'm saying? I could stay down here a little longer because my mom had said something about coming down here.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll just catch that ride back with her, even though I had a round trip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that situation had ended up happening that next day, you know what I'm saying? While I was down here, it was like kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? But all in the midst of, you know, him leaving, it just like made me feel like I was obligated, and as well, like it was destined for me to do music in a way, because I write too. I've been writing since I was a little girl, but it was just like a playful thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wrote with my cousin Shantasia a lot, like a whole lot. She really what kind of started me playfully writing the songs. We would write to little Nicki Minaj beats and stuff like that, remix her songs and stuff.
Gotcha.
But when he had passed, it was like, all right, you feel me?
Yeah.
Let me
Turn
just,
up a notch.
You know what I'm saying? Push the edge. And it was really DJ Akeem who had made me step off in the studio for the first time. He had gave me the opportunity to record with him. You know what I'm saying? Free will and everything. And that's where I got my first little song intro started at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's when I pushed out that single and all that. And I just been trying to take my time with it, because it ain't something like, well, I'm trying to just be like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? It's passionate, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's well thought out.
Oh, okay.
With my music, because like, I ain't gonna say I'm a rapper. I feel like I'm more of a writer because I make music, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I ain't trying to have an image that I'm this lifestyle or that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get some money because my nephew need me. That's
exactly.
the reason.
DJ King. Hey, CJ.
Gangsta gotta say shit, man. Ooh, gangsta gotta say shit, man. Ooh. Hey.
Gotta stay fly, gotta meditate. Bitches gon' hate on a queen like me anyway, ayy. Cause I'm real pretty and still itty bitty, but your nigga won't lick this kitty, bae, ayy. Bitches still choking on broke dick. You cannot hang, go get the big roasters, ayy. I am too pretty to wipe your little nose, bitch. See my big brother gon' up this big pole, bitch. Lit since I was like 4, bitch. Rocking these cookouts, now I rock these shows, bitch. I am a bastard, I know that it shows, bitch. Bitches too joke, they hate but then mo, bitch, chill. I cannot deal, stop popping the pills. You starting to look ill. Really finna tickle cause I'm dope like Bill. Digging to the meat, tryna touch me a mill. Niggas ain't street, they gon' vote, they gon' tell when they get in that so they gon' know it's for real. You bitches is fans, can't fuck on my man. He be cutting the grand and he know that I'm loaded. That's for the Jigg little six, bitch.
I know that really support her child
I'm
music.
gonna do that.
I mean, outside of, oh my God. Outside of his family, you know what I'm saying? Like the majority of the people, like I deal with a lot of artists. Their parents be like, my son rap, what's one of his songs?
Yeah.
Like, and I know word for word.
crazy.
Yeah, like Reese mom in the video dancing. Like, you gotta support your kids.
Yeah, I know every song because you know, not it's more so great because like it's my son, and then on top of that it's hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can really bop to this. You know what I mean?
My joy was to see him come home after he done did it. So, come here, listen to this. I got a new one for you.
Yeah.
As soon as I get it, I put it on the thing.
I know when it got on iTunes, man, I had that junk on play about like 3 months, bro. like the piece of work that was on that album, man, like it's like y'all put it together nice. It was a good body of work. It was crazy.
It was Thanksgiving. It was the year before he got killed. It was Thanksgiving, and I rode with him that Thanksgiving. And it was just me and him in the car. And he was like, I'm about to turn on some music you ain't never heard from me before. I was like, alright. He was like, I'm about to play this right here, boy. You ain't never heard this right here.
Yeah, that's right.
This that new stuff right here. This that new stuff. You gonna like it right here, but I ain't gonna send it to you, but you gonna like it. I was like, Jalen, play the song. He played the song, he was like, you mess with it? I was like, yeah. He was like, alright, now listen to this other one. I was like,
And what's funny is that, you know, Marl3y dropped in February. But when I first started working with Jalen, I told him he had to wait 6 months before he could drop Marl3y. And so he argued me down. I said, if you can give me 3 reasons why Marl3y need to drop right now, we can drop it. He gave me like 6 reasons. I said, okay, if you can get a post and get 100 likes, then we can drop Marl3y. The post
that was
went
the
up.
wrong thing to do.
I said, well, we still not dropping Marl3y. You got to give me enough reasons. He had everyone, Will, people I didn't even know calling my phone, like, when Marl3y dropping? I'm like, bro, go ahead and let's upload it. Come on, we're going to put it out. But it's crazy because 6 months would have been after May, and he wouldn't even have been here to drop it if he would have listened to it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm glad he did get that one good video in, because that video was all that.
And even that video,
oh yeah, that was hard.
I was at work, I called him, I said, you shooting a video today? He was like, I just decided to shoot one. I said, well, did you clear that with me first? He's like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm like, all right, bro.
That sound like him too.
Gang shit, man. Y'all know the fuck we doing, man. Y'all know the fuck going on. Yes, sir. You heard a lot of that. A whole lot of that. JP. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we out here. Y'all pulled the North Hills, man. We having us a situation here, man. Come on. Sir, show focus, boy. This shit getting litty on the city. On a bitch and a boyfriend. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But on May 18th, 2019, life as we know it would be changed forever. Jalen Siobhan Cockerham passed away unexpectedly at the young age of 23, leaving behind 2 young sons, Jalen Cockerham Jr. and Jonathan Cockerham, his loving fiancée, Alexia Dent, his mother, Maisha Cockerham, and his father, Converse Thomas, and a host of other friends and family who love and miss them dearly.
Breaking news out of Winston-Salem. Police say a man is dead, 5 others hurt after a shooting. Officers found 23-year-old Jalen Cockerham's body in the middle of Cody Drive just before 11 o'clock last night. The scene here that you see is from around 6:30 this morning. 5 other people were shot and treated at the hospital. 1 of them is still in critical condition. The others did not have life-threatening injuries. Police say an additional victim of an assault related to this incident was also taken to the hospital. Right now, there are no signs.
Maisha Cockerham feels betrayed. The anger and hate that has consumed young men caused her 2 grandkids to lose their father.
That's the most hurtful part. To know that he leaving these 2 boys behind involuntarily.
She says her son Jalen was starting the life he always wanted. In a healthy relationship, father to a 4-year-old and a 4-month-old baby boy, and mentoring anyone he could.
He was really finding his way. And I saw that change in him. in the last couple months.
Her son's killer still walking the streets as she and her family prepare to bury Jalen.
We need to stop, put the guns away. You know, we're killing each other's sons and brothers and uncles and fathers.
This is one of the last moments Jalen got to spend with his 4-year-old son, playing with superhero toys. Batman fighting Iron Man.
Kiss me now, Batman. Yes, he's a good father. Look at that.
Videos that Maisha knows she'll never get to capture again, but she will never stop telling people about the incredible life her son lived.
My son ain't dying in vain. I'm gonna celebrate my son till the day I die.
He gave people that strength that sometimes they felt like they didn't have.
Matter of fact, let me just take all the honors because I'm drunk. Marl3y!
Every time I get some damn money, every time I get some damn money, yeah, man. Every time you touch them brought me.
Standing in legendary territory. Where we're standing is where a legend was killed. Where we're standing is where greatness was killed.
And every time I get some damn money, everybody wanna have brand new towards a nigga. And every time I get some damn money,
hey, look, y'all, this your boy Stretchy coming to you live and direct. And we out here enjoying the moment, celebration of my boy Jigg. Goddamn 1-year anniversary.
Shout out my goddamn little brother Jigg, you feel me? Rest in peace, goddamn long live Freddie Bands and the Killer Crew.
And every time I get some damn
ready,
I ran that up, rain seed and the fucking snow. This ain't no fly zone, nigga, this that cover full. And my family only people that I
remember talking to him, and I talked to him about, it was probably 2, 3 in the morning, and Lex was in the Dominican Republic because she had just graduated, so he had been doing father duties. He had been having kids, and I remember calling him that night, and he was talking about Maya, his sister, because she a firecracker. And he was telling me, I need to calm down, you know, and he was going on. We just started talking about life. We stayed on the phone for probably like an hour and a half, which is rare, because Jalen always moves, he's busy. But he was laying on the couch and we were FaceTiming. And I just remember having a moment of solitude, like just staring him in his face. And like, I'm so proud of you. Like, look at you, you being a good daddy, you in the house. Like, and he was like, Mom, he was like, you only get one life. You know, he was like, I'm trying to get it together. You know, I got these 2 kids. I just want to live and make good life good for them. And I was like, I'm so proud of you. And then hours later, you know.
Oh, so that was the same day?
Wow. I talked to him that morning. Yep. And it just was ironic that we had that moment of solidarity. Like, we literally stared each other in the face. And he was like, what? And I was like,
so you was here in the city?
I was in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I remember that day I can remember it like yesterday, yeah.
Gotcha.
I was in Philly that day, and it was just like, it was an amazing day that day. Like, and then up until probably maybe.
We rode together.
Yeah, it was good. It was like, I don't know if it, you know, I know how people say you have bonds with your children, but that day was like, I felt all the vibrations of, after hearing what the events went on that day, and I pieced it together. It was like, I felt all the vibrations of his day, the events of his day, because that day I'm usually working, but I was off that day, so I was doing a whole bunch of stuff, running around. I'm hanging on the block with my homies. We listening to the album. You know what I'm saying? They like, son, you know, we talked about him shooting the mama video, but then I started feeling like just weird. A weird little feeling just came over me, and I ended up going home because my neck started hurting real bad, and I just kind of felt sick. So I was like, I'm gonna go home and lay down. So I go home, I take a little pain pill, I lay down. It's probably about almost 9 o'clock maybe. And so I'm laying there, but people was calling me, so I turned my ring off the phone so I can feel the vibration, but I looked up, I must have dozed off. It was probably about 10:30. So my phone kept ringing. So I found out, I was like, who the hell is this? And the first thing I was thinking was, Jalen probably finna get in a fight or something, because somebody would always call me when something was going on, like, call Jalen, and he with the, you know what I'm saying, just make sure he's safe, make sure he's good, some stuff went down. And so, when I seen the call, and I kept seeing the same person call, I was like, let me answer the phone. And I picked up the phone, and she like, Mom, it was Larissa. She was like, Mom, I'm like, yeah. And so I'm kind of irked, because, you know, I was tired, I wasn't feeling good. So I'm like, what's up? She like, Jalen laying on the ground. And I said, what you mean Jalen laying on the ground? So I sat up, and I'm like, well, get him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him up, put him on the phone, I'll talk to him. And she took the longest pause, and at that moment, it was like it was silent, and I could hear everything in the background. And I hear screaming, I hear yelling, I hear people crying. I'm like, what the fuck? So that immediately alerted me, and I stood up.
Like something was wrong.
But I had this pain, y'all, and when I tell y'all this pain was so deep in my neck, like it was just like it was like I had fell asleep and I had slept on a piece of wood or something in my neck. I couldn't get my head right. So my sister was there. She walked in, she like, what's wrong? And I just like, I gave her the phone, and I started pacing the floor. And I'm like, she's talking about Jalen won't get up. So I was like, I'm gonna call you back. I called his sister first. Maya, she said, Ma, I'll call you back. I'm on my way to the hospital. I'm like, wait a minute. She's like, I'll call you back. She hang up on me. I call his dad. I'm like, what's going on? Like, tell me what's going on. But as I'm talking to his dad and I'm walking down the steps, my girlfriend is jumping out of Uber and she's running to the door. And she just started hugging me. And I'm like, wait, what's wrong? Like, you know, at this point, I'm still not trying to hear none of that.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. At this point, I'm trying to go get my car and get home.
Exactly.
So she's just like, I'm sorry. So I'm like, man. And then Converse called back. He said, I'm on my way down there. They said he on the way to the hospital. We had it mixed up. We thought that people was thinking that Jalen was Freddie and Freddie was Jalen. So they went to the hospital before they even got here.
Oh, okay.
So in the mix, I'm thinking, okay, well, he hospital. I'm calling the hospital. Nobody got no information. At this point, I'm panicking. So the phone just kept ringing, so I knew something was wrong at this point. I'm like, okay, something really not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people kept calling saying they're sorry. And I'm taking, my sister took the phone. She's like, you don't need to answer no more phone calls. Let's just go. I got in the car, nothing. I just jumped in the car. That was the longest ride ever getting here. The longest ride of my life. That was the longest ride of my life. And it's like I could feel the pain and I could feel the connection. But I knew something was wrong because I didn't feel him. And then when I got here, I came straight here. And when I got here, I just seen the tape, and I begged the officer to let me walk down to Miss Jackson's house. And I had to tell her that Will was my son, so you know they let me walk down with Will. And when I got right here, it was like something just stopped my feet. And that's when I just like, it was like I exhaled and I knew my boy was gone. I was like, damn, like this shit for real. This shit for real. But after that, I talked to the officer. And when he told me that my son got shot in his neck, that was confirmation for me of a lot of things. That was confirmation for me that a mother and her child have a bond that nobody can break but death.
My dumb self always running to make sure my nephew okay, but to know I wasn't there to save him, it's just like, it hurts. It hurts, like it hurts. And then I got locked up behind it because I was tripping, like, yeah. Like that shit is real. Like,
You never imagine.
Was anybody out here that day? You was out here?
I was the whole day.
Was that like did it happen just out of nowhere? The shot, like a fire shot just happened out of nowhere and really couldn't react to nothing.
I was gonna go get a plate.
Yeah.
He had a plate of food. He was real good too. I'm like, damn, bro, they get that damn plate.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, well, you better go to the house and get one. We got out the car. I wanted to go get a plate. And that's when I heard all this shit.
Damn.
I ran all the way behind these houses, all the way down there. And I'm calling his phone. And I'm going to pick it up. I'm like, damn. And I hopped in the car with somebody. And I seen him laying down.
Yeah. They say it was about like 300 people out here. So it was deep.
Man.
There was way too many people out
Exactly.
here for nobody not to know what happened.
Exactly.
And that's the thing.
So has the cops got in contact with you about any
It's so much conflict that it's like, I believe that justice will be served. And I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. I was killing myself, stressing myself about it for maybe the first year. And I had to stop because I was making myself unhealthy by stressing. And it was like, I talk to Jalen all the time. Like, when I'm in private, I talk to my son all the time. And it was just like, he was just like, Ma, you gotta calm down. Like, everything's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. You gotta pace yourself and stop stressing, because it's gonna come out. And it has been. This has really taught me a lot of things about people, about loyalty, about trust, about people's characters, their demeanors, because I'm not, people say they cut different, but I'm built from stone. Like, so what I stand on is what I stand on. Anybody that know me, anybody that know his father know we two solid people. We solid. And so to know that this city that I've been so solid in took my son away is a hurtful thing. That's why I haven't rushed to get back here. That's why I haven't rushed to befriend people and I keep my circle. These boys, if it weren't for these boys, like, if it weren't for my grandsons first, but if it weren't for Jalen, I'm gonna call them brothers, because at the end of the day, they've been way more than friends. And I love each and every one of them because they have all stood 10 toes on what they told me. They ain't never folded on me, and they always been there for them kids. My daughter, family, period. So they always gonna be my family. And I know that he's so, look at the sun shining while it's raining. I know he's proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if it was any one of them, ain't nothing I could have told him to stop him from doing what the fuck he felt like he had to do. My boy was loyal. And that's because I'm a loyal person and I raised him that way. If you stand with somebody, you stand with them. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You don't jump the fence for nobody that's your brother or that you loyal to. And that's definitely true definition of a loyal. He's loyal as hell.
It affected me a lot. I was actually on my way from Greensboro, and the crazy part about it, I was in the car playing his song. Before I even heard about anything, before anybody hit my phone, I was playing his song. I was playing Young Nigga World. I never forget, I was playing that song, and then I kept playing his music, and I got a phone call from my fiance. She said, babe, what's going on with your cousin Jigg? I'm like, what you talking about? She was like, something happened, you need to figure out what's going on. So I made a phone call to Amaya. I'm like, cuz, what's going on? She like, Jigg gone, man. He got shot and killed. And instantly, I stopped the car. I was crying, and I was just so frustrated and hurt and angry because this was a young man who wasn't violent, a person who was lovable, and a person who always had good vibes and wanted everybody to have fun. And for someone to take a leader within our community, or someone who was showing other young brothers the way, for you to take him, that was letting me know that this world was cold and it was very senseless. And the movement that I have, like this, what I got on right now is because of Jigg. This right here was because of Jigg. I started a clothing line because of Jigg, and it's called the Hood Pastor. That's what he used to call me, the Hood Pastor. He's like, you the Hood Pastor. So, he made me go harder even more within this community to save these brothers, to educate our brothers and sisters on what it is and what it ain't out here, because we having too many of us dying, too many of us are killing each other instead of coming together to help build each other. Because I'm telling you, I always tell my brothers, we're not each other's oppressors. Our oppressors is out there. The oppressors in the judge. The oppressors is the law enforcement. Those are our oppressors. We shouldn't be coming against each other, killing each other. So when Jigg got killed, that made me go 10 times harder in the community and everything I do. Anything I don't care where I go, who I'm in front of, I'm always gonna say long live Jigg, long live Marl3y, because the movement that I had, Jigg supported it, and he stood behind it 10 toes, and he made sure that he let everybody know, like, support my cousin, and what you got going on, cousin, is special. That special is gonna change the game. And now that he's gone, I have to continue that legacy. I have to continue to work regardless of how I feel. So when he got killed, it made me go 10 times harder.
Top niggas rat. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like, congratulations. I'm trying to promote good energy.
Niggas really be killing niggas on accident.
Yeah. Don't really be trying to kill nobody for real, though.
Yeah.
You know, they shooting out of fear. Or a nigga told them to do it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't on that.
Niggas ain't got a mind of their
Niggas
own.
got kids, niggas got families. You know, you come around there, yeah, we gonna do it to you. Ain't nobody, you know, ain't got better shit to do. Nobody looking for trouble, but we'll crash on it if that's what it come our way.
That nigga used to throw the best parties. Want to have fun? He'll throw a party on a born ass weekend. He'll throw a big ass party.
I swear to pool to a whole pool party though. I'd have been too lit.
Hey bro, this ain't nobody here. Crazy. End up being like 100 people in this motherfucker. We gonna be sneaking. You know what I'm talking about? This shit lit.
Truthfully,
for real though.
Truthfully, he wouldn't. Honestly, I feel like if he wouldn't even being him, he still would be here. Cause niggas don't know the whole situation. He was just trying to. You know what I'm saying? Settle shit. For real. Yeah. It's a bigger picture. Then at the same time with the situation, it's kids out here. You know what I mean?
A lot of motherfuckers out here kill, claim shit.
Claiming body shit.
Motherfuckers ain't even doing
nothing.
So you made the point to say the kids was out there.
Oh, but
a lot of people don't know what that
there,
means.
man.
What that mean when kids are out there?
You don't shoot when the kid out there. You don't do that. Man, these bitch ass niggas happy my brother.
I don't care what you bang. Any old tell you ain't supposed to hurt no kids.
Any OG will tell you, man. You got kids out there, you don't do
balls, blood,
whatever.
They gonna tell you.
I ain't never gang bang. I kill your kids.
For real though. We laughing, but he for real though. I'm telling you, but he for real. Bro. It's funny because he for real, bro. Nigga not bullshit.
You ain't know what they talking about. On his last few songs, it's like he, I don't want to say it's like he knew.
Wicked for real though.
Or he felt like, you know what I'm saying, his time was getting cut short. But the way he sounded on the songs, it was, you could tell he was reaching that point where he was finna take off.
Yeah. For the simple fact, bro. And if you watch nigga Jigg was doing too much for the simple fact, bro. Sometimes when it's about to be your time to go, bro, that's when a nigga will motivate his own self to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't know he was about to do it.
The weirdest thing was Jigg never took pictures with money.
Videos.
You never seen Jigg take pictures with money.
To that night.
That night, he took pictures with the money. That was the weirdest thing.
Then the dude deleted the picture and then reposted it an hour later when he died.
I'm saying Jigg, he ain't rock jewelry. He ain't had no tattoos.
He don't wear no.
He ain't show no racks of money.
He never want no jewelry.
No, ever.
That last night, he had them racks. You feel me? It was like everything was off during that last time.
Defending my name like a wife. My bitch said I got a super claw. Bitch should be talking to me, but girl, mom, now she got like jaw.
It's crazy. Last time I seen him, we was celebrating somebody else that passed away in our gang, Long Live Clark. He had pulled up on us, and the vibe was just real. You feel me? I had recorded him on my phone, and he was glowing like without the flash. I said, "Damn, you say he got a shine about him."
Any videos with him in the club, rapping, all that? Never seen no jury on him. Never.
Ever. All that shit was natural.
Just him and the mic.
That shit was natural.
Just a Norfside T.
He had a natural light. That's how you know your age.
To show you how powerful Jigg was, like after his death, like that shit really like divided the city.
I swear to God, it did.
Ain't nobody been the same. That shit like that shit divided the city. Like it ain't gonna never. The city ain't gonna never be how it was again.
Because that's why when people be like, "What can we do to bring it back?" It be like, "Shit, it's already too late."
So much shit
Blood
to the light.
So
many. It showed you so much things. Like niggas after he passed, you know, talking shit, and it's like then you got homeboys that's cool with the nigga that like, damn, bro, you ain't gonna check your homeboy for talking shit about, you know what I'm saying? So that made me feel like. You know,
talking shit
you
when he was
know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna check this nigga for disrespecting somebody that's done passed. Like, everybody just letting the shit go down. Motherfuckers wanting to laugh at shit, and it's just like, damn, that shit really divided the city. Like, motherfuckers that I know, that I used to be real cool with. And I'm like, I can't even fuck with you no more because you on some old other shit that make me feel like, you know, something happened to me, you'll still be with them. You feel me? If they was. That shit just fucked the whole city up, like that shit, because he fought with so many people, touched so many different people. He had memories with so many different people that it's like, damn, if you ain't showing the type of love that I'm showing, I feel like, shit, you on some other shit.
You know, just being a young father, I just try to just be there for him, just do everything, you know, just being a father.
Right.
And I thought, man, we had done so much street stuff back in our day. I thought, you know, like
it had been enough done already.
You know, not nothing bad. You know, just some typical guys get money. You know, that's in our blood to get money. Hustle, whether it's wrong or right. You know, we're gonna get to it.
That's right.
And these guys came in and they like to the next level. You know, and you know, whether good or bad, they, you know, whatever they did in the streets. You know, because I'm transitioning out the streets. I'm out the streets like 10 years, like before he even graduated. I think I was done like 09 with the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like 09, and then like he graduated 2013 from Parkland. Like I said, on time, you know, no problem. And so I feel like, okay, I done everything. So now I'm walking this straight path, trying to get my life together, you know, working, transitioning, and being broke, you know, paycheck to paycheck, you know, and finding my way. Yeah, it's a little different. You know, and you know, and then the next thing I know, it's just like he kind of just turned, you know, to the streets. Like, yo, hello, yo, we over here, you know. You still got your parents, your grandparents, you know. R.I.P. Miss Cockerham, she's gone, but you still got us here, man. You know, anything you need, we here. But you know, as you grow, you know, I guess you try to find your own way, just like as I did, you know. So, like I tell anybody, you know how when you become a man and your mother say, push on out there, go ahead and do what you gotta do, okay? But you know, now that my son is gone, I think, you know, maybe it was time that I put that covering over him. Even though he was a grown man, had his own car, had his own family, I should have put that covering over him even more, because these streets are real, man. They don't care. Nobody, they didn't care when we was out there.
They really don't care now.
They really don't care now. I mean,
they'll grab you too. I said they'll grab you.
Yeah.
They'll grab you.
And the streets, you know, the streets are the streets. The streets never change, it's just the players. You know, the game don't change, it's just the
social media and music make it look so cool, make it look so this was popping. That's what they want you to think. That's what they want you to keep trying to chase this lifestyle. But they don't do nothing but put you in places where you ain't gonna be beneficial to the community. You know what I'm saying? Jail or the graveyard. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, you know,
everything bad is glorified.
And it should be, man. It's just so wicked out here, man. These kids, all they talking about in these rap music is shooting and killing their own kind. You know, and then when the police kill somebody, everybody want to tag on, rap and rave and burn shit up, and you know, but you know, it's not right to kill your own. You know, I mean, I'm just not understanding why people think like when the police kill a black man, they want to go jump, you know, go crazy. But when a brother kill a brother, it's quiet. When Lil Rico killed the JoJo, it's cool.
Well, niggas out here getting
and it's not. It's not cool. At the same time, a black person kill another black person, we should ride over that. Then these motherfuckers get the picture.
That's right.
We just letting it slide. Man. We just letting it slide like it's cool, but it's not. It's genocide. You know what I'm saying? My son was killed by a black man, I presume. And I don't know who did it or how done it, you know, but it's done. I'm mad at everybody. More so him. Because I raised him to watch your back and your front. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, but despite everything, man, you know, he didn't deserve to die. He's a great person, you know, and was raised well. You know, and
that's so sweet, man. What about you? You got any shout outs or anything? Yeah, man. There's a lot of things going on in the triad, you know what I'm saying? We gotta tighten up, you know what I'm saying? I need to know where the OG's at. Yeah, man. It's getting hot outside. Y'all know how to act. Yeah, definitely don't know how to act. With that being said, I gotta say rest in peace to Jigg Marl3y out in the tray. You know what I'm saying? Trey Foe, get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Greensboro, man. High Point. Yeah. Let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? Go to High Point, man. You can't tell you now one road in High Point.
Just to make it right.
I gotta elevate my game just to make it right. This for my mama
yeah, that's a roll, yeah, that's a roll. And for the op-ass nigga that's talking down, we'll get out those, and that's for sure. Real dog, it wasn't minutes, he don't ride, please.
Y'all see it, it's right here.
Batman is going to eat Iron Man. No. Do we have a problem, brother? Huh? Do we have a problem? Huh? Okay. Yeah, we gotta tighten up. We got a problem here.
In life, Jalen met a lot of people who challenged him, pushed him, drove him to be a better person, friend, brother, son, fiance. And one of those people he began dating around the age of 17 and later had 2 boys with, Jalen Cockerham Jr., who we call Gabe, and Jonathan Cockerham, named after his uncle, Jonathan Marl3y. And although she often doesn't have much to say, just standing off to the side with a smile on her face, we know how much she meant to Jalen, and we know how much she loves him. Jalen often would sit and talk about how he couldn't wait to marry her, how one of his goals as an artist was to make it so that he could give her the life that she deserved. So it's only right I bring you Alexia Dent.
But okay, well I want to touch it on that. Well, when Lexi went in labor to have Jonathan, so I used to be teasing her because she was getting close to labor, and Jalen just thought I was the funniest person. He thought I was the funniest nana ever. And so she was getting close to labor, and this older gentleman had told me what they used to say back in the olden days when women got ready to have kids. And he said they would say, "Are you ready to get down?" So I started saying it, and my daughter would get so angry with me because she'd be like, and she would be like, "Stop saying that, you know, you done got that from somebody else," and she hated it. So I would be saying, "Girl, are you ready to get down?" And so she would be so mad. So when we got to the hospital and she was in labor, and Jalen, he was such a gentleman, he was such a great man, just being there for my daughter, rubbing her back, knuckling in her back, doing everything he can to soothe the pain, right? So he looks over at me and he's like, "Say it." So Lexi's finna have a contraction at this time. It's about to be one, and he telling me to do it. So I started yelling at her. I said, "Girl, are you ready to get down?" Boy, she was so mad. Me and Jalen was laughing so hard because Lex was like, "Mom, don't say it again. Don't say it again. Don't say it another time." And she was so mad, and Jalen kept wanting me to say it over and over, and she was having contractions. So it was just so funny how hilarious he was. He was like, "Mom, do it." I was like, "Girl, are you ready to get down?" So she ready to have that baby. He finally got here.
So I think I actually got a picture of him rubbing your back.
Yeah, honey, he was knocking that back up.
He went through like he delivered the baby.
Yeah,
he did.
That's all right right there.
He rubbed my back.
He was right there.
Before I even left, he was warming up rags, putting on my back. Every contraction, like he really was. It's never been a time he has not been there for me.
Exactly.
Like,
Gotcha.
Especially during that, like, he never let me do that by myself.
Yeah, the coolest doctor, the doctor clicked, the doctor that delivered him, because Jalen thought he was the coolest doctor. It's like, "Oh, look at the doctor." He came in the room with his jacket on his shoulders, and we finna deliver baby. He gave the doctor the 5. Then he was like, "This the coolest doctor I've ever seen." Deliver this baby, you know. So we had a good time in there. He cracked jokes with the doctor, the nurses. It was just hilarious in the room. Her delivering, delivering the baby. So
Yeah, he delivered the baby so fast. Like,
I want to say something.
It wasn't even much. Even Jalen had to do. He was ready. I remember him like he was so ready because he knew what all we had to do with Gabe. But I remember him. We didn't even have to do half the stuff we did with Gabe. So he was like pulling my leg back. I was like, "Man, he didn't tell you to do that."
He already ready.
I said, "Jalen, you gonna break her leg? You ready to lift the leg way up there?" I'm like, "Jalen, you gonna break the child leg."
They he the doctor.
Yeah, I was like, "Jalen, they not doing that shit."
I'm like, "Hey, like you don't have to lift my leg up right now."
I know that's right.
So funny.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Okay, Gabe, what you gonna say about your dad? Everybody just hold on to God's unchanging hand and get God in your life if you don't have it, because he gonna see you through.
He the one gonna see you through. And that's how I feel.
No reason to be angry. No reason to be angry.
God said he'll fight those battles.
That's right.
So we have to give those battles to God. You know, as much as I want justice, as much as I want, God had his own justice. God's way is better than man's way any day. So I know that the foes, the people who've done it, they have not been captured. They are not happy. God will not see you through mess. And I know he said, I'll fight your battle. Just give it to me. So that's when, you know, I was angry a lot and just... Now I've learned at 53, as I walk into my 53, chapter 53 is nothing but favor and blessings and strength ahead and renewal. And that is to be strong for Jalen and John and to see their legacy through and try to be a blessing to these younger people who's lost out here in this world.
In life, it's rare that you meet people who really have your back. People who stand with you right or wrong, win or lose, they're there and they're loyal. You can depend on them. But Jalen definitely had that in a group of friendships that you really can't even call them friendships. They're really the bros, the gang. I call them the guys. One of them is actually my artist, Marl3y. And in light of his absence, he wanted to make sure that his presence was felt through his lady, Shade.
I just wanted to say, you know, Reese, Ani, Quan, those his brothers. But I just wanted to say, you know, him and Reese was the ultimate duet. And, you know, even him telling me, you know, he was telling me, you know, he felt like Reese was the best rapper and he felt like Jalen was. And he also told me, like, any opportunity, because, you know, when he dropped Marl3y, a lot of people was on his line, you know, and he was just saying, he tell anybody, like, any opportunity he get, he's not doing it without Reese. Like, and he was serious about that. Like, he said he would never, he don't care, he would never do it without him.
That bond was like, I guess for me, like, for like being with Joris, like, me seeing like firsthand, that bond was like really genuine. Like, they never was like, you know how you got some friends like that are like, you know, like want to outdo you, or like they never was like in competition. Like they was always like supporting each other, like one supporting the other, like, or they're doing it together. It was never no like them doing without each other. If they can't do it together, they're not gonna do it at all. Like it was, they had a real like that was real brothers for real. Definitely real brothers.
And he was just a true legend.
Yeah.
He was. We was blessed for his presence. Wow. I'm blessed to carry his seeds. That's a blessing.
And he left a legacy. He left a legacy of 2 kids here. You know, and they're so young, they're 5 and 1. Like these kids, this baby was sent by God, because that was like, they did not expect that. I said, y'all done that? He's like, yeah, man, it's really what's supposed to happen. This
Jonathan wasn't supposed to happen. But it was meant, right? And I personally can say that, like, it was like God made him come. You know?
It was in moderation, y'all.
Yep, for him to be able to get over the kind of something to leave. God sends you. He takes one, and he sometimes sends someone back to carry, to help you to get through that storm. And I believe Jonathan was that baby to get through that storm for us, which, you know, for Jalen to help us through the storm. He blessed us with this, with Jonathan. And the same thing with my son. You know, when my son passed, his wife was 3 months pregnant. So it's like God sent her to help us through that storm. Like, and then in 3 years, 1 week, and 2 days, they both is gone, and they was like so close
are
together.
Only a day apart.
Yeah, and their birthdays are a day apart.
Jalen's is August 16.
Wow, that's crazy.
In closing, I have been truly honored to do this documentary. I was honored to work with Jalen, and one of the things that he often spoke about was having a documentary. So I thought it was only right that we continue to fulfill his dreams and further his legacy. To his family and friends, thank you. Maisha, Converse, Lex, Miss Tracy, Gabe, Jonathan, Maya, his siblings, his friends, thank you. Everyone who submitted pictures and videos, thank you. Thank you for sharing your memories with us. For those who could not be here, Reese, Will, Kwanji, Tay, Ani. Stay tuned for the new Norfside web series. And in closing, I think that it is very important that we take Jigg's legacy and his memory and continue to live life in a way that he would, with lots of love and lots of laughter.
I put y'all on. I got both my babies.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
Bye-bye. Da. Hey.
Yeah. This is the moment of my life. My life. Yeah. For the radio, them people try to play me. For the laws, man, them people try to take me. Don't get no damn by no nigga, they always hate. That's why I try my best to stay up out the way, cause I can't feel you niggas. When they took Lee from the city, swear to God that shit hurt everybody. They tryna say little bumper caught a damn body. Swear to God that shit shocked everybody. Had his face in the news and the goddamn papers. Hold on, not pop, he a motherfucker player. On the beach getting high with a goddamn tape and a motherfucker trap for you goddamn haters. Hold up, pool, baby, I know you heard. Just keep the working, baby, stop all that concern. I said every day it's gonna be okay. Drop down on your knees and thank the Lord just for the day. Yeah, them cops tryna take all us out here. Man, this shit ain't fair. I'm tryna raise my little boy out here, and the drugs don't care. That's why I keep a chopper, keep a Mac. Hella grenades, revolver, yeah, it's in the bag. Young nigga ain't got no tax, and a young nigga just in his bag. Glock 26, yeah, the bullet took from a nigga, and them fuck niggas shot me too. And from a little brother and my goddamn daddy too. Man, I ain't know what to do. Fuck beat out, and a whole damn 102. The grandma mama on the interview. Fuck niggas, what the hell y'all wanna do? Send a couple shots at you. Radio, them people try to play me. For the laws, man, them people try to take me. Don't give no damn by no nigga, they always hate. That's why I try my best to stay up out the way, cause I can't